Hello again, Ian Stuckey with Mastermind Games, back with more Malifaux, doing the Dreamer. Golden Skin, 09092. So, a Neverborn. The Dreamer's physical body is actually on Earth. When he sleeps, he manifests a sort of spirit body on Malifaux. And apparently has reality-altering powers, and has been drawn to the tyrant Nightmare. Or rather, Nightmare was drawn to him. The two have a sort of symbiosis going on. I'm not sure exactly how he works in 3rd edition yet, since I still don't have stuff for him on that front, but in 2nd edition, the Dreamer would gradually fade out of reality during a game, and his alter ego, Lord Chompy Bits, which is a name he gave Nightmare, phases into reality, and Lord Chompy Bits will be coming up, but the Dreamer's actual age is closer to his early teens, so somewhere around 12, 13, something like that. And he is becoming quite the cruel and merciless individual. So while previously he thought that the massacres he was creating were all games, and now he's starting to want to cause suffering. And I'll be screwing around with the shading and highlights to give a disturbing complexion to him. I'll tell you right now, the small creature he's clutching on to, that was a pain to get on. Fairly straightforward color scheme. Okay. There's the skin tone. We'll leave that alone for a bit to dry and move on later on. Alright. Next. True Blue 09017. Yes. That is not mixed thoroughly enough. Alright. That's better. So I'm hoping this will be dry. If I start here, that it'll be dry enough by the time I finish up the other base coats to get the pillow he's clutching. We'll see. Okay, so being careful around the collar. Now, this is just a simple night shirt. And from what I understand, Dreamer's new sculpt better reflects his real age and typical appearance as a little scoundrel. Now, recently, the Dreamer was also involved with the fall of Lilith, with Titania screwing up one of Zoraida's divination spells, and the Dreamer showing up when they expected Pandora. Just getting a nice solid coat underneath the legs there. A little bit got on the body. There we go. Alright. And then Blood Red 09003, which is almost out, but maybe I've got enough for this. If I don't, I have a backup. That might be enough. So I'm going to have to do a second take to get the base coats finished up, but this is going to go on this little creature. Probably another one of his imagined playmates. He's a really delicate touch too, because this little guy does not have the best connection points. Let's see here. It's also a bit ambiguous where the creature ends and the dreamer begins. But to a certain point of view, they could also be viewed as parts of the same entity anyway, so that's more food for thought on that topic. Alright, let's see. I can do his hair too. And that's going to be Blonde Hair 09257. And what's been revealed about the Dreamer on Earth is he may have been from a well-to-do family, but he's currently homeless, living in one of the refugee camps as the events of the other side are unfolding. Alright, there we go. With that drying, there's just 2 base coats left. Okay. Leather White 09062. Carefully picking out the pillow. There's been little fiction regarding the dreamer directly. Had one vignette, I believe, for 2nd edition, highlighting him. Had an Arcanist agent running from the guild, stumbling across him along with his pursuers, and the dreamer putting them all into a nightmare art gallery that the guild did not survive. Even the Arcanist agent barely got away. And then Uniform Gray. While I'm going for the mismatched stonework of the Malifaux slums, the dreamer can appear anywhere at any time. Once his body on Earth actually goes to sleep. Which I think makes him actually more interesting than just being a normal child with a big imagination that wanders around where he feels like. Makes me wonder what could happen if the dreamer ever physically went to Malifaux. Alright. Once that's dry, I can start shading. Okay, time to shade. Looking for Blond Shadow 09256. Thinning it out with 1 part water to 1 part paint. Turning it into a wash. And then going over the base coat. So I found out that these lines I'm seeing on my camera might only be visible to me, and it has to do with my lighting. But as it's only visible in my editing software. But anyway, Linen White 09061. And a bit of the hair got into the skin. Soak that up. Let's go along the pillow here. And then Chaotic Red. Again, I'm switching from the Reaper Master series to the Army Painter Warpaints, and the Warpaints don't have those numbers. So they do mix together reasonably well, at least, but this little creature is going to be a prototype paint-wise for what I'm thinking about doing with Lord Chompy Bits. But we'll come to that when I get to him. And I'm going to have to let that dry for a bit. Some more of the hair got onto the flesh tone, so just trying to soak that up. Back a bit. Alright. Sapphire Blue 09016. And I've just realized I've been painting Dreamer here kind of like Dennis the Menace. Huh. Oh. Getting a shirt. Although, to be fair, for all we know, Dennis the Menace could have inspired the Dreamer. I have my doubts, though, but Alright, that's decent coat. I can move on once it's dry. Okay, well, I think I figured the lighting out. I had it too close. Alright. Hey, better. Okay, now, Ghost White 09063, in keeping with disturbing skin tones for Neverborn. Go with this. Okay. That's decent coverage. Now I just have to shade the base once this dries. Alright, last shade, Stormy Gray 09088. And carefully going on the base. Trying to get it into the little nooks and crannies I put in the basic material when I sculpted it. May need another base coat, but you know what, that'll come off when I do the highlighting, so it'll be okay. Alright, let it dry, and you know what? I can get the eyes matte black. Matte black. Just dead black eyes. Again, outside of disturbing skin tone, going with the trope of black-eyed children or otherwise black-eyed individuals. Just carefully dotting that in. And there we go. Once that all dries up, I can highlight and wrap up. Almost forgot the little creature will have eyes as well. So let's give it the same dead black eyes too. There we go. Well, it seems like I still have some work to do on the lighting, but time to highlight, detail, and wrap up. So first I'm going to take a little matte white and just carefully pick out some of the teeth and spines on the little creature here. So he has two mouths, one on a regular spot, one on the arm. And the back side of these little protrusions. Okay. Now to highlight. Golden highlight 09093. Switching over to a dry brushing technique. And that's a good one. Using a ragged feathered brush, straight paint, no water, rubbing most of the excess out on a paper towel. It looks like there's nothing left, and then that's the area to be affected. And now that he's painted up, I can tell the dreamer has a smile when compared with the when paired with the dead black eyes I gave him. Looks really creepy, which is good. Exactly what I was going for. Blonde highlight 09258. Try adjusting my light a bit. See if that helps any. Okay, the connection points to the base are not that great. Alright. Goes white 09063. Let's see here. Just getting the pillow. Sky blue 09018. This one's about shot. Come on. Well, I guess this one is shot. I've got a spare. Helps to keep spares of your most common colors on hand once you think they're running out. So I do have some backups for some of the most commonly used colors, but I don't have a backup for everything, unfortunately. Which is why I've had to do this gradual switch to a different brand. And I'm just concerned with the most readily visible surfaces when shading. So I'm not going to worry about underneath. And Rosy highlight 09069. And this is going on the creature. And again, I'm playing around with the highlights because I want something kind of disturbing. So I don't know if that'll work for Lord Chompy Bits, but it's a step in the right direction. And Misty Gray 09090. Okay, now matte black again. And my system decided to start dropping frames like nobody's business again. Good grief. Oh boy, that kind of blew up on me off camera. That sucks. Waste of paint. So switching to a flathead. Yeah, can't really put paint back in the bottle. Not very well anyway. So now I'm just going over the edge of the base, going up to the basing while trying not to go over it. This is just a quick custom sculpted thing I did. And that's that. The Dreamer. Continuing on with his second edition box set next time. Till then, I am Ian Stokey with Mastermind Games, signing out.